Well, hello everyone. Welcome. My headset is weird. Hold on. Hello, Nicole. Look at this beautiful new overlay I did. Oh, so fancy. Mars is not here yet, though, and she always makes me doubt my timing skills when this happens, but it is the right time. I am on time correctly. And if my avatar is working, that means when Mars comes in, everything should be working. But look at that. Fun new streaming thing. Oh, there she is. In the wrong outfit again.
No, computer Discord is struggling, and I don't know
no.
why.
Well, I'm gonna actually situate you on your chair now.
Yes. Oh, but I gotta change out my cosplay first.
Yes, you do. You should be in the same position, just not in cosplay. It should work.
Oh, hey, my computer connected. Nice.
Yay!
Awesome.
Look at this. Mars is here on her good noises.
Talk.
But look, and we have cool new stream overlay. Woo!
Isn't this so pretty, you guys? Ori showed this to me, and I lost my mind. I don't know if I conveyed that well enough through text, but I did effectively lose my mind.
Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, and there's all your little chat banners are now. We got your little banners in chat, so you're up there now. And if you type enough, it goes on to the other banner. So it's like fancy. I'm real fancy that way. So if there's enough people typing in chat, it like cartoons on the other one. What? You bonkin'?
What you bunkin'?
You're in the wrong outfit. I guess that's why you're getting bonked.
Oh, I know. I know, guys.
How dare she?
I
set up this
my
beautiful tea.
So much, and it only gets taken out once a week.
I set up this beautiful tea time, and she's not even prepared to come for tea. She's not even prepared. Yeah, new stream overlay. Also,
excuse me.
There is 2 new commands. Okay? There's 2 new commands. She doesn't don't give her cookies. Well, I can or maybe won't, who knows, give her cookies. But speaking of specifically cookies, Oscar, if someone types in ! Cookies, something happens. It does cost points though, but not a lot of points. There you go! Ta-da! You baked cookies, Oscar. Thank you for the cookies. Look at that. Sadly, it only works on Twitch. YouTube doesn't have fancy stuff like that. But they are cookies. Yeah, just baked indeed. Now, there's a synonym. Synonym? That's the right. Synonym. That's the right word. Okay, I'm having a good time. There's a synonym for cookies that makes a slightly different batch of cookies, but I'm not going to say anything further about what that synonym is. Okay. I feel like I'm not saying that right, but I think I am. A synonym. Okay,
yes,
I'm right.
Maybe so.
It's a synonym. No, it's not cinnamon. Now I'm just having a bad time. Another part of the world calls cookies this other word. They are an English-speaking country. All right, but what are we doing today? Welcome, everybody. Good evening. And yes, that is it, Nicole. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't like it, but so I'll do it for you.
YouTube struggles sometimes.
Should work. There it is. Ta-da! And that's the other batch of cookies. So these cookies, you can do them each about every 10 minutes. They are all cookies that chatters drew during our streamiversary stream. So,
yes. And we have been planning to use these for a long time.
I wanted to use them in a very specific way, but I couldn't make it happen this evening immediately. I need to do a bit more stuff for it. But so this is good right now. And we'll probably keep this. Sadly,
It
the YouTube
eventually came about.
streaming stuff is just not very up to snuff, I don't think. So, it's just not as
One
updated as
day,
Twitch stuff.
mayhaps.
So maybe one day. You know, maybe guys, we are so close on YouTube to 500 subscribers, and that's when we get memberships and super chats and
My
stuff.
God,
so maybe
it's
I can do
actually
cool shit then
insane.
too. So we're really freaking close. So
We are
we're at
so damn close,
492
it's not even funny.
last time I checked. So if you're not subscribed, I think everybody here is. But if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please go be
Spread
subscribed
the
on YouTube.
word.
Tell your friends to
please.
subscribe on YouTube. We're
Tell
so
your
close.
friends. Tell your family. Tell
It'll
your
be great. Your
Tell
dog.
tell everybody.
Make accounts
Scream
for
it
your
from
dog.
the
No.
rooftops.
But yes, we're so close. But what are we doing today? Today, I don't know what we're gonna do for 500 subs. I don't have a specific
We'll
plan.
have to plan something.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
add
be
it
a
to
plan
business
after
meeting,
we
Ori.
get 500 subs. If I'm being honest, that's usually how everything goes. But yeah, business meeting, sure. I don't know what we'll do. Something. But what are we doing today?
That is
Today-
the question.
Oh my god, I forgot that I updated this so that you can't actually see my screen, you can just see my application. So that's pretty wild. You can't see what I'm
Ooh.
doing. I'm fancy like that. I
Very
need
fancy. Everything's hidden from us now.
to... Yeah, I know, right? You can't see all my spicy art accidentally. Why do I not know where this is? Okay. Yeah, we'll just do a new one, because I don't know where this is. Whatever. So, what are we doing today? Today we are learning how to draw Cinet, Sushi Boy.
Sushi boy.
Lovely child. Cinnamon,
Best
the
boy.
cinnamon roll. No questions asked.
We love him.
Today
we
we're learning
adore
how
him.
to draw him. Or how I draw him, at least. You know, how everybody draws whoever, it doesn't really matter. These are his features. These are how they are going. This is not the right tool that I need. Alright. But feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to draw along. We'd love to see what you come up with the chat. But, this is just, yeah, the
And
sushi
if you want
boy.
to share it with us, there is certainly a place for that in the Discord.
Oh,
It is
100%.
called fan art.
Steal your water. Karma indeed. Beautiful. Alrighty, so, as I always do, we start with that circle. And Cinet's face is what I would call the roundest face. Hotson's face
most
is kind of
definitely.
roundy pointed, but Cinet's face is very round. So it kind of comes down and just kind of, whoops, that's not even round enough. Just kind of very round, a little taper, but he's mostly just round. He's the youngin' of everybody. He's the youngest. He's the baby. So he just has a nice little soft round face. Okay, you draw his neck in there. I always give a sort of V. This is just
He
how
still
my brain
hasn't shed
works.
some of that baby fat.
Yeah. You know, and he's a shark, so he's soft. The animal he is based off of is called a bamboo shark, and they are very round in the face. So, no, do. Oh no,
And they're
Nicole,
very
what have
cute.
you done?
Uh-oh.
All right. So there he is. Oh. I never draw Cinet's ears. Does he have ears? Does he not? I don't know. I don't really care. Doesn't really matter. They're covered by his hair, no matter what. So, neither here nor there. But now the biggest thing about
Yes,
Cinet.
I did change, Oscar. Cosplays take a long time to get out of, okay?
You have to tie
You know,
that
you gotta-
bow
You
of
gotta
her
unpin
thing.
everything, then you gotta wash all the hairspray out. You gotta take the makeup off, then you gotta hang it up nice so it doesn't get wrinkled, so it's ready for next time.
Lots of work.
It's a lot of work.
She also has to lace up this entire dress thing she's got going on to put her normal outfit on. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But
Yeah, you know, thread it through the holes.
biggest thing about Cinet is that his hair parts on the left side. That's different than literally every other crew member. They all part to the right or slightly to the right. Hello, Mason. Good evening.
Hi, Mason. You're just in time.
We're drawing Cinet today. We have his base with his round face, his baby face. And then we have the hair.
Can I show off the biscuits thing to Mason?
No, because it hasn't been 10 minutes yet.
Ah, man.
There's a cool down.
I wanted to show it off.
I'm sorry. There's a cool down.
God damn it, Ori. All right, let
Every
me know when that 10
minutes.
minutes is up.
I don't
show
know.
them.
I'm not paying attention.
Someone in chat, let me know when those 10 minutes are up. I'm counting on you.
But Cinet parts his hair on the left. So I have the little hair part there. And you kind of... The left side just curls down. Kind of right under where the ear would be. I made...
We have a new feature, Mason, and I really want to show it off.
Yeah, I made commands.
You just joined.
And they are exclamation point cookies or exclamation point biscuits. They trigger two separate but similar things. And they're the cookies that we baked. They involve those cookies that you guys decorated on our streamiversary. But yeah, yell at Mars on the 10-minute mark.
Thank
there you go.
Nicole.
Yes, they have a cooldown of 10 minutes each because I don't want the spam. Thank you. What Mars is trying to do, the spam.
I'm trying to spam. I'm trying to show off. There's a difference.
But unfortunately, the way that it works is I can't make it easier. And once they're triggered, I can't change the time to less. Like that's just how the program works. It's dumb. I tried. It was really frustrating when I was trying to do it because I had set it to 10 minutes and then I was trying to like do it myself and I couldn't unset it to 10 minutes. It was a whole thing. So I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, so the left side of his hair just kind of curls down under his ear. From the sort of part in the front, he has this little one swoop. And he has then the two swoops. That they really swoop off to the side. They really come off to the side. Why do I feel like I'm doing this? I'm not doing this wrong. Am I doing this wrong? Now I'm gonna look at my own reference because I'm having a brain fart day. And that's fine. Always have references of your shit. I feel like I'm not doing this right for some reason. No, I am. So he has one swoop, and then he has two swoops, and then this top bit connects down to the final swoop, which is like out over here. This one's probably a little longer, like that. And then he has a symmetrical hairpiece on this side. See, both of his ears are covered now. You'd never know whether he has ears or not. Then he has his two little hair spriggies, his ahoge. And that's the top of his hair. Then he has a ponytail, which, you know, I definitely don't do accurate ponytails because this is not where it would work. But I like to draw the little like scrunchie, I guess, here, the hair tie here, right on the side there. And then he has an up, and then he has a down, and then he has a longer down, which kind of comes back up. Honestly, this is like, if there's 3 pieces, you're pretty good. You know, you can kind of play around with exactly the shape of this. About 3 pieces. Do the sushi cosplay. I would have to make everybody's outfit, and I'm just not, I'm not capable.
Not necessarily. You could thrift the pieces.
It's also definitely not that I'm not capable. I don't have the time. Yeah, I can very much see that, Mason. I just watched something with DeLuke earlier, but yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
I could definitely see that.
So that's his hair. Then his outfit. He has a like 1800s nurse inspired outfit. So he has this sort of straight collar that comes at this little V in the front, but it's up. There's no fold. It just goes straight up. And it doesn't have this little seam there. It just goes straight up. This is not the right color. Subconsciously influenced. By Genshin, definitely not. Genshin was not a big thing when these characters started being a thing. Was Genshin even a thing when these characters started being a thing? I don't know when Genshin came out.
No. Outcast actually predates Genshin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Genshin, in fact, is relatively new.
Genshin Impact came out after we started working on Outcasts.
Yeah, so these characters are before that. I would love nothing more, Oscar, than to draw all of the boys in the Genshin Impact style. However, that's a lot of work.
It would be a lot.
I can't even get myself to make the time to draw all the Genshin Impact characters that I want to do without any design work. I would love to. I did do a thing in my sketchbook where I did draw Hotsun and Milano briefly in the quote-unquote Genshin Impact style. Honestly, it just made them really fluffy. But it was still a fun experience. Okay, so he has a little collar. Yeah, I'm here for the husbandos completely. Honestly, I know incredibly minimal about the women in Genshin Impact.
I gotta say though, Navia though, the most recent, too friggin' good.
I think I can name like four women in Genshin at best, and I can name almost every guy. That's a playable character. They're just so
if
pretty.
You're up to the challenge, Ori.
To the challenge. I literally looked at like a list the other day. I'm not joking. I had to decide what 12 I was going to do for 2024 because we're slowly approaching that.
Oh yeah.
So then Cinet has sort of this triangle like
It really is
bib
amazing.
thing. It just comes out.
Like we are thriving.
And then down. There's just a little triangle. So it comes mostly, it follows the slope of his shoulders, right? So it doesn't come straight out. It follows the slope of his shoulders to come a little out over his shoulders and then down meets in the middle. Then he has a vest. So he would have this little line here on either side to denote the vest. And now his vest has these little sleevey things. So you kind of got to add some little fabric bits there, just kind of like that, tapered up. And that's it. That's his outfit here. Your storage, yeah, it's a lot. It's a big game. It's definitely a big game. It's got a lot of stuff, so, understandably.
Oh, yeah. And yet it's all free. It's amazing.
I have literally, Roval, never touched Genshin Impact. I have never downloaded it, thought about downloading it, anything like that. I have literally zero desire to play the game. Like, not joking. All of my
I
Genshin...
played it for Ori.
All of my Genshin Impact lore
This
comes
is why
literally
I'm
solely
employed.
from Mars and the vague things that people put on the internet. Otherwise, the vast majority of my Genshin Impact love is strictly on character design because fucking they are beautiful. All of them. Every single one. Like, I don't care. There is not a design in there that is ugly to my knowledge. I have not seen it. They are all beautiful. The designs are just great. It is definitely like a peak sort of like oomph. Yes, this is vibe. However, it also pains me because I'm a comic artist and drawing something that detailed over and over again would literally kill me. And so I'm very sad. Damn, that's wild,
such is life
Oscar.
Sometimes.
That's wild. I think Baldur's Gate is in the 70s, though, on size. So,
Oh, I'd believe it.
definitely big games. But yeah, otherwise, all my Genshin Impact information literally comes from other artists that I follow drawing the characters because they're great. And I think, honestly, the most lore that I know is Kaveh and Alhaitham related, just because that's sort of what, like, the internet was really big about.
That is your Genshin OTP.
But it was like,
That is
even
your
though-
Genshin OTP.
even though I really like Ito and Garu and like Sino and Tighnari, like I never saw as much stuff centered around their lore specifically. You know what I'm saying? Versus the same artists now drawing Alhaitham and Kaveh were like, oh my god, this lore is the shit. Like, we're all about the lore. Sad boy Kaveh, poor boy Kaveh.
Well,
All
gee,
this
I
sort of
wonder
stuff.
why the artists you follow also like the same things that you like.
Oh, 100%. But I just think it's so funny that it's like, no, I still see a lot of Sino Tunari shippers, you know, I see like a lot of Nevelette stuff, you know. Oh my god, finally Rio Slee, or however you fucking say his name, has been all over my dash, and it has been
still don't know how to say his name.
very tempting to draw Mono in his outfit, and I can't because then I have to draw Hutsun and Nevelette of it, and it's just pain. Just pain.
It would also be really weird seeing Hotsun in blue.
Yeah, but it'd be really good.
It would be really good.
And then the
But
other
I'm trying
part of
not
me,
to convince you to do it.
thankfully, my time crunch in life greatly prevents me from doing these sort of things.
Well, that's a plus. You have a built-in
I have a built-in sort of
obstacle
thing, yeah.
that you can't get rid of. Perfect.
And I don't even know that character, Roval. No idea.
Aloy, I believe, was a PlayStation reward. She is the character from, I think, Horizon Zero Dawn, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
But not a character to Genshin.
No,
Just
I think
like
I
kind
know
of a,
who it is now.
a character you put a code in for, and then you get her.
I see.
Her Genshin design looks really good. Like, they did a great job bringing the details from PlayStation
A collab.
and her game over to Genshin.
Alrighty. So, for the eyes. His eyes are kind of right there. You know, he's young. So, his eyes are definitely a little lower than everybody else's. Let me fix the hair here a little bit.
And now, okay,
Yeah.
I'm curious that you said that. Because he's younger, his eyes are lower?
Yeah,
How
heads
how
are
does that
weird.
check
So
out?
heads are weird, and I don't 100% know how it works, but there's certain parts of your body that grow a lot into old age. And one of them is your chin, one of them is your nose, and one of them is your ears. And that's why it seems like elderly people have like big ears or long noses or, you know, very pointy chins, because that's just how your body works. I think it has to do with cartilage and stuff. It's a very weird phenomena. But so when you draw like babies and stuff, their eyes are bigger but lower set on their head. Like the head part is bigger. And then like when you get older, you like even out more. It's just a weird thing. Yeah.
I never noticed.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing.
That's so interesting. Wow.
Cinet has sort of like, he has very slanted eyes. They really come down in the front and up on the outside. And they're a round curve. They're not a flat curve like Milano's is. They're a rounded curve. Defined slanted on an angle. That is a slant. This is flat. That's slanted. So this Aster's eyes are very flat because they're flat. This is a slant. It's the angle, Oscar. So like a triangle. This is a slant. This is not a slant. When it's not level is a slant. Right? If it's not level, it's a slant. I don't know how else to say these words. And so then it comes down and in. And again, it's thickest in the corner, so we kind of thicken up that line. He has a little blibble in the front. That's how I draw lash lines. And then you again sort of connect them like this. And then you try to copy it on the other side. Whoops. Just sort of mesh it out. Do a little erase. Because we got to get that curve right. You want to get the slants relatively at the same level. And there you go. There's his two eyes. Then he has the eye crease line. Now, with Cinet, I don't normally do... I usually draw this little line here with most of the characters. I don't usually draw that with Cinet. It's just how it goes. It gives him more of that, like, fish vibe, I guess. I don't know. It's just how I feel. He's got big eyes in there. Look at the boy. Cinet, just like Ferrex, has the slit eyes. So you give him little slits there. His are not, like, as highlighted as Ferrex's are, because there's no, like, cool highlights and stuff. Yep, the dub. Yep.
It is out. It is here.
Yes, the dub. Cinet then has relatively thin eyebrows. They arch up. They're not smooth or simplified like Ferrex's are. So they do have a little arch going up. Cinet's nose is just these two little diagonal lines here. Roughly about in between the chin and the bottom of the eyes. That's not a British accent. We slapped the British out of Dylan real hard. He kept trying.
Oh, yeah.
And we punched it. We beat the British. That is not a British accent.
Really did try, but...
Oh, he kept slipping.
Nope.
And he constantly slips up, and we have to say, no, no, no. Make him more American. He's American.
No British!
He's not British. He's not British. He's
A
transatlantic
British,
at best.
not British.
He's transatlantic at best.
I could see transatlantic.
It's transatlantic
But
at best.
he was definitely not designed with the British accent in mind.
Yeah. I think transatlantic is like the newscaster one, right? That's the accent at best. All right. Then you give him a little smile. I like smiles to be up in the middle, and then you kind of bring them down. You connect them around. Cinet's, okay. This is an interesting thing that we may talk about again. Cinet's teeth are uniform, because that's how sharks work. So he has all pointed teeth, and they're all roughly the same size and shape. He doesn't have any fangs or incisor. They're all the same shape and size, roughly. You know, slight variation, but definitely not a lot. Definitely no, like, fangs. Ferrex is the only one with, like, full fangs. Milano has, like, faux fangs. And Esther has none of that. Alright. And then, last but not least, Cinet has freckles on the cheeks, up over the bridge of the nose, kind of in between the eyes a fair amount, and then up on the side. And there he is. There's Sushi Boy.
Look at him.
Add here. Give him that round shape. Oops. And there he is. Le sushi. Ha ha ha.
Sushi is served.
There you go. Ta-da! You can
Please
also, if you
enjoy
want,
this food that Ori has prepared.
the way that his hair stripies work, if that matters, if anybody wants to go with that, I'm going to do it in a different color just for visualization. His hair stripies are 2 on the outside, so he's got 1 here on this outside.
His
That's
are
the lighter
easiest
color here.
position to remember.
And then he has 1 here.
Because it's almost framing everything,
It
right?
is, yeah. Like this. Then he has one of the ahoge is the lighter color as well. Usually it's the top one, but it doesn't actually matter. And then his ponytail has them on the outer curves. Like that. And there he is. Even more efforts. Yes, so I learned that these hair antennae, which are an anime thing, 100%, they're called ahoge in Japanese. Not ahegao. Please don't mix them up. I know, but no. Ahoge is the little hair thingies. Because essentially what happened was there was like a trend, and it was like what is a trait you love to give all your characters? And I was like, oh, the hair antenna, because literally every single character has this. If they can't have it like this, they have like what Mars has, where it's the two little front pieces. Otherwise it's too perfect. I don't know. You know, otherwise it's too like neat, and it's not neat. Everybody has a little
Stupid hair.
Well, that's what I was told that they're referred to as.
It is gravity defying.
I think it also is stupid. It gives me like cowlick vibes, which, you know, stupid hair, cowlick vibes. Like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard so many people complain about their cowlicks.
Yeah, but that's the same vibe I'm getting out of it.
But if it weren't for his stupid hair, we wouldn't have that shark fin moment in the
That's also
trailer.
true. Exactly. But yeah, and there he is. Ta-da!
That's also mine, Mason.
Unfortunately,
Every character, you get trauma, everyone gets trauma.
Unfortunately, I can't show trauma on a reel. It's a bit difficult.
It's okay, guys.
You know,
I'll try to think of a way.
This is very interesting, though. This is very interesting. And Mars, no, there's no like spoilers or anything, you know, but there's a trend that has gone around that I've seen in reels that is specifically like, if my characters were without trauma, and it shows like the image of the character design as they are, right? And then it says if so and so's mother didn't die, and then they have like alternate reality them where that happened, right? And it's usually a lot of them being like happier or not mutilated in some way, or, you know, like not dead, you know, or no. There's a lot of ones where it's like they are dead because they weren't revived because something happened, you know, and there's like a headstone and stuff and anything like this. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I don't think we can do this trend with our characters because I have no...
It's very interesting because Cinet's backstory, like, if he never had his trauma, I imagine he'd have a very different life than what he has now. He probably wouldn't be wearing the clothes that he wore. Ferrex has some scars related to his past that probably wouldn't be there. But as for the others, theirs isn't so much physical as much as it is internal.
But I also would say
I feel
that
like
it's
that would be hard to portray for some of them.
Well, my biggest thing is that they would be so unhappy. Well, if this cat
Oscar,
like, it's very
was
weird.
already going to have trauma, but if you want to give me that $10, I mean, he could have more trauma.
Oh, Hudson Hudson has had trauma, and he gets more trauma. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. But yeah, it's just like a very weird, it's just like, this is a really cool trend. I would love to participate in this trend, but I have no fucking clue how I would participate in this trend. I don't think I could do it because it wouldn't be right. You know, it just wouldn't be, it would just be so weird. They would all look so,
it would literally dismantle everything we've created.
But it's like they would be so sterile, I guess is the word. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all like primer and proper.
The reason they're the characters, the characters we're focusing on, is because of what has happened to them. If that didn't happen to them, they wouldn't be the focus. They'd just be a background character.
And there's also like societal pressures. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes into their life experience. So you can't nail it down to like their brother died. You know, like it's very, very tough.
You really can't, because...
I know, trying to do it without spoilers is difficult.
I'm trying not to talk about it.
But it's just like, nothing... I can't pinpoint one traumatic episode that's like, if Cinet didn't have X, this is how he would be. And it's like, but would he? Because it would still really suck. And so I have to change society. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
It's very weird. So.
No, don't let the shoes get you, Oscar.
Not the shoes. All right, guys.
Run from the Crocs.
So, we are at a turning point here because I drew Cinet. Now, we have a lot of new people joining in this late bit, so we could draw Cinet again if people missed it and we want to do that. Not very difficult. It went very fast. Or we could get a little emoji chart up, and I can have 15 minutes to doodle your pick of the Outcast crew with that emoji, which is stuff I like to do. Or, finally, 3, we can just chill and I work on the comic again. Or if anyone else has a suggestion, we can bop around.
Well, that sounds like 4 options, Ori, not 3.
Okay, there's 4 options then. Does anybody have any preferences? Or if you have art questions or writing questions or whatever, you guys steer the night.
We are
the
here
rest
to
of the
answer
night.
questions, you know, if you have questions.
Because that went
about
really
the
fast. That was only like
characters,
30 minutes.
About the world.
Option
or about
2,
writing,
emojis.
arting,
Okay, that's what I
arting.
expected.
Yeah,
I
arting
expected
in
emojis.
general.
But Mars, would you like
Alright,
to show
emoji.
off the fancy thing?
Oh, yes! I've been waiting for this. Is it exclamation point first or
Yes,
last?
first. And it's plural.
Okay.
Look
Well,
at
now
this
I'm hoping I
new...
spell it correctly.
Look at that! Ta-da! And the other one is cookies, if someone would like to do that. Unfortunately, it's only Twitch, but you can do it. They're available every 10 minutes.
It's so cool!
You saw a Milano with full scars somewhere. I don't know what you mean by full
You
scars, but he definitely
Might
has
have.
scars.
That could be in an AU.
No, he has a lot of scars. He doesn't have face scars anywhere, but he has scars.
I'm just trying to think, when was he drawn?
It might have been in a reel. I have 2 shirtless ones.
Was it the Barbarian? D&D
That one,
Barbarian
that
AU?
one, he technically doesn't have scars in there. What color are Cinet's eyes? Cinet's eyes are a blue.
Yes. He's got a darker blue than Hotson.
He has a grayer, greener blue than Hotson. So, really quick. Cinet's eyes are this color, like stormy blue. And then how I draw eyes is you just get a lighter one. You give it a little there. And then you get a darker one. And you sort of, over the lid, you follow the lash line. And then he has the slit vertical pupils. Now, that's Cinet's eyes. Versus Hotson's eyes are a bluer blue. This is Hotson's eye color. Hold on. Here. And you get a lighter color. And then Hotson's eyes are just round, normal pupils. There you go.
Yeah.
Hotson versus Cinet. See, Cinet's is more blue, gray, green, and Hotson's is very, very blue. Boop, doop.
But pretty close.
Okay, we wanna see Milano's scars. I've drawn it twice, so we can see Milano's scars. I know at
Alright,
least
let's
one of
bring up
them's
the
public. I'm
scars.
pretty sure both of them are public at this time because I love the one of them way too much, and I've definitely put it in a reel, like 99% sure. So.
I feel like
Where
a
is
gender
it?
bend would not be too difficult, Oscar. Although,
Honestly, half of them are very
we gave
easy.
we gave all our boys long hair. If we did a gender bend, we'd have to go the opposite way and give them all like bobs and short haircuts and make them feel like we
I don't
gotta
know.
have.
See,
the
and to me, gender
juxtaposition.
bend is that they're all so relatively. I think besides Aster, they're all really like could go either way, with like some face shape changes and body shape changes, where it's just like very simple.
Cinet is already NB, so
Exactly. Okay, why can I not find my doodles? Okay, this is one. Great, and then where's the other one? Is it in trends and
Oh, man.
one-offs? I have too many folders. Yes, okay,
that
it
is
is.
a mood.
Yeah, okay, found them. So this is the old one. It's still canon. Oh god.
Oh, no worries, Mason. I'm glad you could join us for
It's
a little
okay.
bit.
Glad you could
Good
hang
luck
out.
with school
Thank you.
tomorrow. You're so close to the weekend.
Androgynous.
Stay strong.
It's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I could make Milano, like, slightly more femme very easily with very few changes, you know?
I feel like Cinet and Hotson are the easiest, just
Cinet
because
and
like, the
Hotson
braid and
too,
ponytail
yeah.
are already built in.
But so this is from 2021. They're still canon, though. So these are the scars. And then this is probably the one you've seen, Oscar, which is... Oh, you guys can't see it. Okay, hold on.
Nope, no, we can't.
You can't see it because I'm a dumb. Where is it? This one. There it is. Hello. This one. That's a new thing that I have to think about. Now I can't just do that. So here's the old one. This is maybe the one you saw, Oscar. This is technically up on my Instagram. It is there if you scroll far back enough. If you scroll back far enough, those are how words work.
Poor Ferrex has a big one on his tail. I wonder where that came from.
And this, really differently shaped one, huh? All right.
Yeah.
And then we have Milano.
Who knows, really?
A second time, but again, same sort of, it's the same scars. They're the same. I technically added one, but, yeah. This is like what you saw. Yeah, is it this one? It's the Overwatch effect. This is very... Is that a shark bite? I will not elaborate with anything. These are his scars that he has. Thank you, Nicole. I'm very happy with this one. There's a few in this rendering style that I really like.
Because it's not a spoiler, it's not a shark bite, Oscar. Because the sharks are also people. And
yeah.
People don't just go around bite. Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Not in that context.
I'm very happy with the rendering of these. He's very pretty. Very pretty. More trauma.
I love Feral Milano so much.
It's very good.
And he will make an appearance in the comic.
Oh
yes,
eventually.
He's fiercely protective of his friends. I gotta say, he's fiercely protective. You fuck with him, he's gonna mess with you.
Alrighty, now I'm trying to get emoji meme art. Okay, let's pick a nice one. I usually like a big one. I could do that one. Ooh, what about... No, that's not a
tanking
big one.
A shot, Oscar? You mean just like getting hit but being able to walk it off?
That is definitely Milano.
I could see it. I could see it.
Oh no, very much.
But I also see him as the kind of guy, Ori and I were actually discussing this the other day, is that Milano would be the guy where Cinet comes rushing over going, Milano, stop, you're losing a lot of blood. And Milano's just like, I didn't lose my blood. It's right there on the ground. I know exactly where it is.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, Ferrex would be the one, you said the bleeding was internal. That's where blood's supposed to be.
Exactly. And Cinet's just crying. Pain.
Cinet's just like, I can't with these idiots. Somebody help me.
You guys may pick an emoji. Give me a letter, a number, and a character. And they have to be Milano, Cinet, Hotson, Ferrex, or Aster.
That was quick. We got G5.
G5. For who? Oh,
I don't know. Roval, you gotta choose. Milano G5.
Milano G5. All right.
Okay,
I cannot keep this up.
When I say G5, my mind immediately goes to My Little Pony.
Okay.
Like now it feels like so Milano's in the My Little Pony universe.
Milano.
G5 Rainbow Dash. G5 Milano.
C4 Cinet. Okay. I have to take it off the screen to continue, but well, actually, I need a second. You guys can continue putting ones in. So G5. Oh my god, he's so shocked.
Ooh, E6 Ferrex.
Alright.
Nicole wants E6 Ferrex.
We'll do E6 Ferrex. Ah! Oh my god.
Oscar, she has so many monitors.
Ferrex. So many? I have 2.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's not so many, though. Look, guys, see, chat went over to the other banner. Look how cool it is. Okay. Very neat. Very cool stuff.
I love it.
Do I
You
have
know,
a
you know what I
timer?
love about
do.
this setup, Ori? I feel like we're reporters on the news.
Yeah? I need to move
Like,
this.
as you can see here, there is a very frightened face on the screen. And now to the comments behind me.
Oh my god.
I have a
That's a
computer.
multiple of yours. Two. More than one. Do you have 4, Emon, or just 1? These are the questions. Mars, do you have a typing machine?
I mean, I have a computer. I do have a typewriter in the basement.
Oh, that's neat. Okay, who am I doing? Milana.
I actually want to use it for a cosplay one day. There's an anime called Violet Evergarden. Absolutely love it. Total... freaking fight me. It is ace representation. It is totally ace representation. Because the whole premise of the show is that this woman was basically raised from birth to like fight in wars. She doesn't know much about emotion. She doesn't know much about like love and everything like that. And like not even just romantic, but like familial, platonic, yes, romantic, but like all kinds. And the whole series is just her exploring what those different feelings are. And it's like this is ace representation. Because it's like, what the hell is that feeling? What do you mean when you say someone is hot, that means you're attracted to them? Like, that is literally the vibes of the show.
I love that one VTuber we've found. I think he must be new.
Oh,
who has all
he
the ace
cracks
vibes.
me up.
Oh, it's great.
I don't know how he ended up on my feed, but that one video where he just keeps digging himself a hole by saying like worse and worse, it's just one relatable.
I
two
relate so hard.
hilarious.
It's one step from why are you ganging up on me?
It really is. That's what it reminded me of.
Yes, 2 is a multiple of 1. Oh, I guess I
you've
was thinking
seen, Violet Evergarden,
denominator.
Amon? Nice. I want to watch one of the specials, but I've heard the movie brings back a character who, in my opinion, should stay dead. So I'm not gonna watch the movie. Oh, you mean like binge them, Amon? Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend that. I feel like it's also one of those shows where it's like the animation is so pretty and the music is just so like almost nostalgic in a way. At least for me, the whole show reminded me a lot of I grew up on Beatrix Potter VHS tapes. So like Beatrix Potter was an author who did the Tales of Peter Rabbit, the Tales of Tom Kitten, and I think it was the BBC, if I remember correctly, actually took her stories and animated them. And they made these cartoons, and I actually had them on VHS. I watched them constantly. But Violet Evergarden has the exact same vibe, where it's just like, yeah, they live in the town. She has the job writing letters for people, and it's just like, wow, if I lived in that time period, I want that job.
Not me sitting here making all the faces right now. I'm
I
like
can't
making
remember,
this
Amon.
face.
Was that the special or the movie? Because I know there were two. One of them is like she goes to help like a young woman or something, and like that's where the story takes place. And then another like someone who should be dead kind of comes back from the dead. At least that's what I've heard. I'm not
The
entirely
music
sure.
changes to the ooh, ooh as you're like back from the dead. The spooky music new.
Well, that's those. This is again. I haven't seen it. Okay, it is the movie I'm on. Like, I haven't seen the movie, and I have heard it's good, but I don't know. The series just did such a good job of conveying, like, this was a love that existed, it is now lost, and she has to find a way to overcome that. Like, that is the whole reason her journey is set in motion. So, again, I only heard through the grapevine that they changed that, and my immediate thought was, wow, that defeats the entire lesson of the show and the entire purpose. That doesn't sound enjoyable. Because I really liked that premise and journey.
I have no knowledge. Like, I know of the show, but I didn't watch it at all.
It was on our list, but we definitely have some
We've pushed
other
it back.
priorities
Yeah.
at the moment.
Honestly, I'm happy with our list. Our list is curated to a very specific, desires.
I have been just watching the opening to Moriarty the Patriot and vibing to Dying Wish throughout this week.
That's what we're getting to.
It is all I could think about. To make the fall at the end of the show. Like stop watching Naramon. That's where the story ends. It's good. It's perfect. Let's leave it at that. Is that what you're trying to say, Amon?
I think so.
Okay.
You haven't seen it. Ha! Nice, Oscar. Nice.
We love a good pun around here.
So, Milano's teeth. What?
Oscar says it's hot? I'm so sorry.
I mean, he's closer to the equator by a lot, so.
I mean, that is very true. It's just so funny. You go through your days hearing, oh, it's cold, it's freezing, it's cold, it's freezing, and now you have someone going, oh, it's hot. It's like, oh yeah, other places in the world.
Other places exist. That is very true. All right, we can do another pass.
I've seen the end of the show, Amon. Like, I've finished it. Oh, I see. So the movie and the special reward people who have seen the show in full. I gotcha. I might watch the special, but I refuse to watch the movie.
On principle.
On principle. Because
hello, SJ McKinnon.
You ruin a perfectly good story.
Oh, a writing question.
78
Oh, about
Fahrenheit.
Milano's writing system. All right, hold on.
So, with Milano's writing system, it is a system he himself came up with. So, it's something no one else has really seen before aside from him and the crew. But there is a logic to it. It's more so Ori was the one in charge of designing it, but we both basically agreed we want Milano to have this style of writing because the way his background is, he didn't really have that formal education like the others have had, so he's not book smart, he's street smart, and he makes very good use of that. But we basically decided, I would say the closest thing to Milano's writing system, probably the Japanese writing system with hiragana and katakana, where you have a symbol representing sounds, right? Like shi, ta, ji, stuff like that, just off the top of my head. Because when Milano spells out his name in the comic, it's literally like Captain Melano.
Yeah.
Was kind of the idea.
So he
I can't remember if that was intentional or not, but it seemed like Milano would make groupings of letters his symbols rather than the individual letters himself, like the English alphabet.
So he has it totally based off sound because he can speak just fine. He has spoken his whole life, essentially, but he cannot read and write. He never learned. He is illiterate, and that is not necessarily uncommon, but it's definitely he's the only one out of the group. So his writing system is definitely based off syllables and the sound. So he wouldn't really have C versus S versus K, you know, actually. He wouldn't, like, know
'Cause
those
to him, it all
differences.
sounds the
They all
same.
would sound the same. However, I will say that the system is decodable, as
Yes.
as it is a replaced letter system. However, I will say, well, yes. So he does write other things. We just haven't really seen much of it. We will see it soon because not
we
that
will see
soon.
it very
But in entry,
well,
like I think
sorta,
6
kinda.
or what it is he definitely has made marks on crates and stuff that they will be loading into the ship and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
his marks will continue to show up.
People from the Gravity Falls era of decoding, have fun.
Yeah, it is
'Cause
definitely possible
it is
to decode.
decodable.
But I will say, yes, it's based on syllables. However, there are symbols for specific letters, but the way they're grouped into new symbols is different. And yeah, there's no like K, like there's no C. C doesn't exist because it's
Yeah.
not needed.
C is
CH might be
dumb.
a thing. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah. We put way too much time and effort
It's
into
a lot
that, but it was
simpler
worth it.
than me actually explaining it right now, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
But
try explaining language. You're gonna be there for like 5 hours and then some.
but speaking of Milano's teeth, Milano has the second most uniform teeth, as he has like a human teeth, but they're all conical in shape because that's how you know, crocodilians work. They all have conical in shaped teeth. However, they have different size shaped teeth. So his teeth, he does have closer to like fangs and like smaller incisors and things like that. Where Ferrex's will be greatly exaggerated with like pointy and small. And Cinet's are very identical. So Cinet's teeth are like this, Milano's teeth are like that, and Ferrex's teeth are like this. So that's the difference. And then Hotsun and Aster have like regular teeth. Hotsun has regular human teeth, and Aster has essentially regular human teeth as well. Yeah, help of gravity, exactly. That's what's fun to me about designing the collars, is thinking about the human parts and the other parts. So technically they would all have slightly separate teeth because that's how humans work, and they all have just the one set baby teeth and then, you know, the other teeth. But adult teeth, that's the word I'm looking for. But it's definitely
kind of like that, Nicole. I would say so.
I think that is actually very close, Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's actually 100% exactly how it ends up, how I did it. Yeah, pretty much. Now you're primed and ready to solve it, Nicole. You have a leg up.
We're counting on you.
It's not important that anyone solves it. There will just be little, like, you know, Easter eggs and stuff.
It's more so just for the Easter egg. Yeah, exactly.
And it's just so that I can keep it consistent. Like I made a chart because I wanted to be able to keep it consistent, you know. But it's not like I didn't make a language. I made a code. Does that make sense? However, Milano would treat it more like he made a language, just logically. But for the sake of my own sanity, I didn't make a language. You know what I'm saying? That's sort of how we go.
But let it be known, Milano is very, very proud of the language he made.
Now the question of how much can the crew understand?
Very up in the air. They just kind of go along with it.
They'd probably have...
Sure, Captain, that is how you spell your
exactly.
name.
They probably would have a couple symbols that are like, okay, yeah, I know that this grouping of scratches means water or something, but, you know, they can't really read it. They're more recognizing it. Cinet would definitely be the best at it.
I think Ferrix, too. Like, he's been around
the longest.
Milano the longest.
Ferrix could probably actually write some of it, but again, sort of that like recognizing thing. Cinet probably would never write it, but he can like recognize it. Aster
Aster
probably
just
goes with the
uses
flow.
Context clues.
Yeah.
What's that? The box on the right, labeled water. Okay, the box on the right. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I heard.
It's very accepting.
Ah, 35 seconds, Ori.
I know.
You can do it.
Hey, he's pretty much done.
That's a good expression. I think Roval picked that one.
Yes,
Nice
I believe
pick.
this was
Oh
Roval.
my god. Ay, ay, ay.
And there he is, our beautiful Milano.
I'm so tired.
Yes, I like sketching in color. I always sketch in their colors.
But it looks so good.
Yeah, I love it. There he is. I think this was what, G5? I'm just gonna write that here. G5. Alrighty. Next was Cinet C4. If someone has another one, well, I'm checking and setting it up.
Ooh. Game coming up soon, Amon. Good luck.
Ooh, a monk. Any idea what subclass?
We can't teach him how to read, Oscar. Maybe Hostin will.
Someone might teach him how to read and write.
Someone could.
C4 is this one. Aww! You're lucky Jamie's not here, whoever picked this one. I think it was Oscar. Jamie, I'm very excited. So I've sent some images to Jamie of Cinet crying. Because Jamie's in the secret Ko-fi Discord lounge. If you want cool secret stuff and other awesome background art and things, join the Ko-fi. It's great. Good fun stuff. And but Jamie essentially threatened whoever made Sushi Boy cry. And we will get to learn who makes Sushi Boy cry eventually. C4.
We do eventually learn. And I do have to say, Ori, that particular scene, I was listening to the music that goes with it the other day.
Uh-huh.
Literally entire music video in my head. I need to write it
Ah,
out.
yes, Nicole recently joined too. So Nicole, I don't know if you scroll up in the Discord or
Welcome,
not. It's not that
Nicole.
long of a Discord. But we're so happy to have you. And Nicole, you joined at a perfect time because next week, guys, if you are cook tier or higher in the Ko-fi, you will get access to the full first part, which is 8 fully colored, fully rendered pages of the Ace Attorney AU that we did as our quarterly thing last quarter. So otherwise, it will be available on the Ko-fi shop for just $2. Otherwise, the cook tier is $4. But you get a lot of other stuff for being a cook tier as well. So, you know, it's worth it. It comes out next Wednesday. Very fun. Very exciting. All right. Let me get to Cinet here. Yes, exactly, Nicole. It was perfect timing. It was like you knew. All right. I already draw Cinet crying so much. Ooh, that sounds very fun, Amon. It looks so funny in the emoji, so I don't think I'm gonna make it that sad. We'll see. Whatever happens, I guess.
Go all the way, Ori. You gotta make it that sad.
I'm following the emoji, okay? This emoji was goofy. We're following this emoji. Honestly, I like sketching this way because this is the way I would sketch, like, in my sketchbook. And so there's very much the, like, ugly stage first, and then we get the good boy out of it. Because that mulatto took some finagling. It definitely did.
You gotta give your sketch time to grow.
Exactly.
Eventually it comes into its own.
But it's definitely... This is Hotzen's hair on the wrong side. What am I doing? Okay. We got there. Fixed it. I was having issues. I was drawing the wrong hair on the wrong character. But we're here. We're back.
There's no same face syndrome, guys. What are you talking about?
It's not save face. It's literally just Ori draws hair in this one way. And who does she draw the most? Hotsun. So brain just turns off and it's Hotsun now.
Brain just assumes, ah, yes, Hotsun.
Yeah,
The
again,
boy.
I draw him by far the most.
Well, he is the main character,
Exactly.
so I should hope so.
However, outside of it, I also draw Milano the most. Outside of the comic. He's just had a bit where he hasn't been in the comic, which makes me sad because it's been a long time since I've drawn my boy.
Poor Milano. No Milano hangout. Just
Talk
hang
about
out
Ori's
with
drum.
the crew.
Bugs. There was a spider in my room the other day, and he was moving.
Again?
He was moving. He was a biggin, and he was moving. He was booking, and I was not okay. My father got it. Very, very horrifying. He was booking it. He was like the size of he was bigger than a quarter. It was like I couldn't do it, and he was going.
I gotta tell you about this one now. We had 2 bug incidents at the clinic this week. The first one was a cricket that somehow wandered its way in. I just heard a scream from the computer lab. And all of a sudden, just like, there's a cricket on the floor. My friend goes over and crushes it like mid-jump. So like, good reflexes on her part. I was going to try to catch it and free it, but
too late.
I guess there's enough crickets in the world. But then later that same day, one of my other friends at the clinic had a bug on her backpack. It was this really weird, like, wormy looking thing with lots of multiple legs. Like, not a millipede or a centipede, but it was a weird ass looking bug.
Probably a caterpillar with pseudo legs.
It might have been. I have no idea, but it was big. Like, maybe the length of my thumb, I would say. So it was just
it sounds like a caterpillar
there.
with pseudo legs.
Possibly. So that one I did manage to save. I grabbed a little tub, and then I had nothing else, so I was like, okay, cover, someone give me a cover before it escapes! And then I walked him out to a tree, and hopefully he likes the tree.
I have a wonderful katydid story. So katydids are like crickets. They're all in the same order of insects. So think about it that way. Little green grasshopper kind of guys. That's what a katydid is. And my college that I went to is literally hippie college. Okay, that very, very classic there. And there's a Chipotle that's actually affiliated with the college that's next door to us, that we are like sister colleges from, essentially. And I went over there to get Chipotle, and someone else I knew from my college walked in, and we're like, okay, hold on, I need to focus here a second. For the face. This is very difficult. We're just gonna do it my way. And so this other girl walks in from my college. I recognize her, and suddenly there's this katydid flying around, and I'm just kind of watching it. It's kind of annoying people, and it lands on the table, and this girl, she walks up to it and just grabs it in her hand, catches it in her hands, and walks out the door and releases it and comes back in line. And I had like saved her spot. And the like manager or whoever was like, "Oh my god, that has been bothering us literally all day. Here's free Chipotle."
That's amazing.
Because she caught it with her bare hands. And yeah.
And then released it.
And then
Be
released
free.
it. Okay. Oh no, I did too many layers.
No,
There
a
it is.
cannonball through the chest is sadly not fixable, Amon.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, it's fixable with very high level magic. But that's very high level magic.
That Yeah. The highest of high.
For your lowest of lows, only $5.99.
Ah.
Flex tape! Flex tape can fix a cannonball to the chest. Seal it up. It'll keep all the blood inside where it belongs.
It'll seal it up. Yeah. It's just internal bleeding. That's where all the blood is supposed to be.
I am on a kick right now. After lovingly finally managing to do that Milano reel that I honestly, chef's kiss. Love it so much. It's beautiful. It's great. Now I'm just like on a kick where I'm just like saving all these audios and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm totally gonna do more reels because this is so great and this is so fun. I love this. It's so good. But, you know, who knows?
Add it to the other lies I've told myself.
Hey, I managed to do one every once in a while. Every once in a while. Okay.
Oof. Yeah, maybe a bit more time before she can regrow limbs.
I'm focusing on the expression. I can't move my own face while focusing on expressions. Okay.
Oh, no.
I have to make my own self well up with tears. Then my favorite part, the little eyes. Yay. What's today? Thursday? I don't even know what day it is.
Yep. 'Tis Thursday.
'Tis it?
Had a full day today, and I am very happy that the school week, for me at least, is over.
Very nice.
We don't have classes on Fridays, which is very nice.
Oh yes, tomorrow is Friday. Ooh, we have... I'm gonna put radish in the egg salad again because you liked it so much and it was good.
It really did.
So you hear that, Oscar?
Pair very
You
well.
got radish or pickles. Both go very good in egg salad.
Oh, they both go phenomenally.
Just be careful if you add the pickles because they have the liquid to them.
Well,
right?
you gotta watch for the juice and make sure it doesn't get too runny.
Make sure it doesn't get... Yeah, radish.
Yeah, radish. I'm telling ya. The egg
Or
salad
is this
we
a
had
question
last time
of
was
you're
a
not
little
sure what a
runny.
radish is?
So the
know.
radish,
The radish is
gave
good.
it a very
Hello, Pastry Puff. Thanks for saying hi.
firm texture.
A crunch. Oh, you put them
Yeah.
in tacos? That sounds delicious. I might have to try that.
I think I've had that before. And
I don't think I've had radish in tacos.
Hello to you too, Pastry Puff. So glad you decided to pop in. Hope you're doing well.
Cinet is not. You know, this is blame Oscar for his pain here.
Pain.
Did I do it on the frick? Hold on. I did it on the same layer.
Wrong layer.
Yep. Now I fix it
Ugh,
now.
oh man,
What the heck?
alive.
This is supposed to be funny?
Would wake me up.
How is this gonna be funny, Oscar? I need to
made
mull
him
my own apple
cry.
cider.
I think we were expecting more of the U mouth.
I don't...
This looks like actual pain, not tamaki pain.
I don't draw the U mouth. I went for it and I like immediately hated it and I went, no, we're going the normal way I draw shit.
You're like, sorry, I can't do kidney bean mouth.
Damn, Pastry Puff. You go.
That's amazing. Honestly, I might watch a Let's Play of Professor Layton. Cause the whole whoops I'm a dad scenario. I'm here for it.
Whoops, I'm a dad, but I accept.
Yes.
I like how so you said your little like spiel in the Discord, Mars, about your like what
Yeah.
kind of dad is Professor Layton, and I was like, ah, yes, Gojo versus Nana.
Yes.
I was like,
Of course. Are you kidding?
beautiful.
Those are the two.
I am seeing way too much Nanami shit on my stuff now after we like talked about it and I like posted it. I think I sent you one thing or something. And it's just like constantly
last
popping up now.
Fucking episode. Everyone is
Apparently
going so
I
feral.
recently saw a thing that has like another image that I don't remember, so we might get more in this episode. I don't know.
Oh my. Okay. Sign me the hell up.
Because I don't remember
here for
the
it.
image that like they showed in the like little AMV or whatever you want to call the little shorts.
Huh.
Oh my god. I was listening to one of my favorite comic artists, the Starfish Face. She's the writer of Cast Off. Yes, that's the words. There's too many comics with similar names. Jesus Christ.
Outcast, Cast
She was talking. She's slightly older than Mars and I, and she was talking about like her like weeaboo phase and all this sort of stuff. And she like gets to talking about like AMVs. And I can't remember what hit me so hard. She like said something and it like hit me really hard. And I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. AA4 is Apollo Justice, right? Am I correct in that? I because I believe Investigations has a different moniker. So I think that's what it is. Yes. All right. So the video too? Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we like the same comic artists there. Okay, correct. Well, it is a little bit before we get to Apollo Justice. And we get to experience the remake, which I'm very excited for. But,
It's gonna be so good!
oh, he needs freckles.
Can't forget the freckles.
Very important freckles. Yeah, that's what I thought, Pastry Puff. That's what I thought. Well, that's what we're doing next. After Trials and Tribulations, we do get to do Investigations. And then, finally, we get into the second trilogy. But I'm very excited because we get to experience it as the remake, and I don't have to worry about getting the other things, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Lovely. Very excited about that. Can you tell I'm very excited about that? I'm very excited. Honestly, that was like...
I couldn't tell at all.
That was like the amount of joy I felt when I think it was Lakitu, bro. Sent the like Nintendo Direct or whatever it was that was coming out. I was like, oh my god. It's just, I feel blessed from above, you know? With this,
It was
like,
amazing timing.
if like a miracle, if miracles exist, that is one of them, in my opinion. Because, hoo boy, too perfect. So excited. All right. Yeah. Do you feel bad now, Oscar? Do you feel bad? This is what you did. This is your fault.
You made Cinet cry.
But I'm glad we'll like AA4, Nicole. I'm excited for literally every single Ace Attorney game. You don't speak British? I'm not speaking British. How dare. Americans drink more tea than the Brits.
You made Cinet cry!
That is speaking British. It can also be called DG. I've never seen it called DGS. I only heard TGAA, which I finally understand.
DGS?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably like the Japanese name for it.
Oh, right. Isn't it like Yakuza?
That's the...
Something?
Yeah, I don't know. But...
I know DS is part of... Dai Gyakuten Saiban. Okay.
Dai is the first one there, yeah. I know it was Gyakuten, because that's like attorney.
Yeah.
That's the word for attorney. All right, here's really sad Cinet. It's all Oscar's
Oh.
fault. Blame Oscar.
So mean.
All right. Now we have E6 Ferrix. If anybody else sees one and would like to throw it in, we still have time. Oh, lots of time, actually. E6 Ferrix. Aw, sleepy. Sleepy boy.
Aw. That's kind of cute. Maybe he's all curled up in a tree somewhere. Although we know when Ferrix gets sleepy, he's not very cute. He just loses his damn mind.
He goes a bit crazy. All right, I'll leave it up another second if anybody has other suggestions they would like to throw into the ring.
Honestly, when writing that scene, I was channeling how I feel when I don't sleep during testing week.
Oh, I see, Pastry Puff. Well, we're definitely gonna play the Switch version 1, unless it's on PC. I don't know if it's on PC. I know it's on Switch, but yeah, I know it's on Switch. Your name is Pablo Fernandez, if you say so. I feel like that's something that that evil Oscar would say on YouTube. All right, nobody's throwing out suggestions, so we will exit that for a little bit. What was I gonna say? My brain died again. Yeah.
I have to ask, is Ferrix gonna have the
can you
little
describe him, Mamon? Which one would you like? If you describe it, I can probably guess which one you're talking about. Mammon? No, Ammon. The Tears of a Manon. Oh my god, all the comments about that. Crocodile?
Milano.
Beautiful, Milano. Oh, we get Sleepy Milano and Sleepy Ferrix.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I have to start the timer
Good night,
again.
Pastry Puff.
Good night, Pastry Puff. Thanks for popping in. Always a pleasure.
Always good seeing you.
Oh, that's too dark. We need light for the sketch.
Appreciate you hanging out.
I'm gonna slightly change the angle of the head on this one because I want it to be. I have an idea in mind, you know.
Ooh, can't mess with the vision.
Nah. How do I? Okay. This is honestly more how Aster sleeps sitting up, but such is life.
Ferrix would totally be the one to sleep in all the weird ass positions.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, the words. Aster sleeps like this, arms crossed, you know, sort of head down. That sort of that. Pastry Puff posted that image of the Phoenix Wright on the subway train, like fucking passed out. That's Ferrix in that image. That's Ferrix in that image.
100%.
I actually,
no
Nicole, if you remind me, I'll send a sleepy image of the boys in the secret Discord chat later, if you remind me. Because I have actually, so I went on vacation for a while. It was like 10 days. I was overseas. And so I didn't really have a lot of internet, and I didn't really have a lot of anything. And so in our downtime, I just would sketch and draw. However, I got sick. So did my dad. We got sick on this vacation, which really, really sucked. God, we were fucking troopers, though. We were fucking troopers, though. We really went with it. But point being is that while I was sick, I still wanted to draw every day because that's I want to keep doing it. I really like drawing in my sketchbook. I try to make a point to do that, you know, because otherwise I don't. And where was this going? Oh yeah, so I was sick and I was tired. And so I drew all the boys in like sleepy sitting up piles.
I think you also drew a cuddle pile, if I remember
That is the cuddle
correctly.
pile. Yeah, they're the same one.
Okay.
There's two. There's that one that has all of the crew, not Hotsun, and then there's the one that's just Milano and Hotsun. And that is what I will send with the reminder later. Aw, little teddy bear blanket. So cute, Amon. One of the cutest things is very early on, I did a little art of Outcast as a Oran High School Host Club AU, essentially. And Cinet took the place of Honey Senpai, and so he has a little plushie, and it's a little shark, and honestly, I love that pose so much.
I want that little shark plushie.
It's
It
so
is
good.
too damn
It's
cute.
so cute.
You just made it so adorable.
I really did, didn't I? It's so cute. Ah. And then we go like this. How do I? Where's your eyes? Hold on. I'm gonna move stuff around. It has to be lower. And then your eyes are like here.
That's really cute, Amon. Oh geez. I used to sleep with so many stuffed animals when I was younger. And that was because I liked them all and I didn't want any of them to feel left out.
Yes.
So of course I had to take like 20 of them with me to bed.
I feel
So
this.
they were like kind of stacked on top of each other and like below each other, and I just kind of like wrapped my arm as best I could around them. Inevitably, some of them ended up on the floor during the night.
Mm-hmm. A very vivid
But,
memory I have is
I
having
did my
a
best.
pile of my stuffed animals on my bed and sleeping on top of it.
Oh, that was smart.
I didn't do it every night, but it definitely wasn't particularly comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I could like recall how it felt really vividly, but I do remember
You just wake up and
doing
you got
that.
a button nose pressed into your cheek.
It was just they're all like different, like plush consistencies, right? So it's like very difficult.
That's
It's just
something you don't
lumpy
really
in a
think
way.
about.
Yeah, it's just kind of lumpy in a way, and it was just very, very like inconsistent. Very Princess and the Pea style thing.
Oh, very
you
much.
know, and so
I remember my mom would try to convince me to sleep with less animals, and I was like, no, I can't.
yeah, they'll get sad.
Oh, they'll get sad. Toy Story, man, really messed with our heads as kids.
Yeah, they're alive. They know.
My toys to be sad. I just love them all so much.
I'm
And then
making
when I
the
made
face
my
again.
bed, they all got plopped at the head of the bed,
Yep.
all posed.
There was
Exactly,
a
Amon. What if they
specific
got
way
cold?
that they would like stack on top of each other. Like there was an order you had to put them so they could all
yeah,
get in the
you
right
put
spot.
the big ones in the back, the smaller ones up front.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I
just
really
how
got
it
into like pillow pets, and I have 3 versions of a monkey pillow pet. 2 are actually pillow pet brands, and one is just a massive pillow pet-esque monkey. And so it was like very important that they like stack on top of each other. And then I have like this every size of the Stitch Tsum Tsum from Disney plus a Stitch pillow pet. And so it's like those have to stack a certain way. And I love Stitch. I love Stitch so much. Stitch, favorite Disney character.
I still need to watch that movie.
You still... Ugh. Ugh. Like, what did I say was grown-up Stitch had a glitch? What did I see? Oh, Rocket.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah. If anyone knows Lilo and Stitch, Stitch has a glitch. That's the second movie, not the one that leads into the show. And then has also seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's literally the same plot, just adult version. And I cried. Of course I did. I cry at the Stitch one to this day.
I told you you were gonna need tissues.
Oh yeah. What? There was a part relatively early on where I like started welling up, and Dylan's like, "Already?" I was like, "Just let me be. You know I'm a crier. You know I'm a crybaby. Okay? The movies get me. The friendship gets me. There's a reason that our comic is literally just bros being bros."
Power friendship, everyone heals together.
Yeah. But
They're
it's oh my god, you
traumatized, but they can
like
heal.
like Mars, you don't even like you know the premise of Lilo and Stitch. You don't even need to see the first one. I need you to just see Stitch has a glitch and just feel with me how exactly the same it is.
No, I
rock
need to
it.
see the first one. I want to see that sister dynamic.
You need to see the first one, and then you need to see the one that leads into the show, because it's also really good, and then Stitch has a glitch, and then you can finally see Leroy and Stitch, which is hilarious.
Okay.
I also need to see the Miraculous Ladybug movie really bad.
Oh yeah.
That's on our list too, in like a tentative way.
You know, I've never watched Miraculous. I never got into it.
It
but
is-
I heard there's some good music in it.
The
so I'm
movie
not
is
opposed.
supposed to be really good. Okay, the movie is supposed to be like you don't have to see Miraculous to get it.
I heard
My understanding
the movie was
it's
basically a tighter retelling.
of the whole thing.
Of everything. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm here for this.
And I'm also here for this, and it looks really good. And I need to see it. You'd never
the
seen the show?
animation looks great.
Did you see the movie though, Amon? Because it was good. Oh, Jawline Jim,
Oh,
welcome,
Jawline
welcome.
Jim. That is a neat name. Love it. Welcome.
How are you doing this evening? If you'd like to chat.
Please hop in. We're just kind of hanging
Oh,
out
neither.
tonight. We're playing an emoji game.
I watched the show
Chatting.
for a while, Amon. And then I lost my train of thought. That's what happened. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
I watched the show for a while, and then it was just like, you know, it was in between seasons or whatever, and I was never really managing to be fully up to date on like I started watching it in the Tumblr era, right? In the height of Tumblr. And then without Tumblr, I found that I really didn't know when stuff like came out. That was like my way to know when like show came out. Now Mars is my way to know when shows came out. I am, however, managing to slowly.
It's exclusively anime, though.
Absolutely.
That's the problem.
Yeah. I am, however,
Unless
managing.
it's a very specific live-action show, because I gotta be honest, I don't watch live action.
Yeah. We get to do that tomorrow too.
Yes.
My brain died though.
It's okay. Why am I getting bonked? What did I do? Oscar.
Oscar's really gonna abuse the bonk when I finally manage to make it.
I'm gonna need to start wearing a pillow on my head. Protect me from all these bonks. I can't write if I'm concussed.
But you can write about being concussed.
Once I recover from being concussed.
Well, no, I was saying never be concussed. I was concussed. I was Phoenix. I got concussed. I got amnesia.
I thought you were about to say me, Ori, has been concussed. I'm like,
No, I
when
have
did
never
that
ever
happen?
been concussed, which is wild because I definitely did I did martial arts, so you know. But I never have been concussed. I don't know.
I need
Dylan
a
has
level
done
3 helmet. How hard are you bonking me?
bonk Dylan. Dylan's the one that needs to be bonked. Not boinked, bonked. There's a difference. Just a lot.
Constantly? I think the pillow will do just fine then. Well, ouch. But you still haven't answered, Oscar. Why am I being bonked?
Yeah, what did Mars do?
What did I do? What did Dylan do now? Well,
Anything, everything, all the time, every day. of his life. Come on.
Well, okay then.
All of it. All the time. He passed the bar, though! Yeah! He passed the bar.
We definitely gotta give him a big congratulations on Ace Attorney night.
Oh, 100%.
That's gonna be his night. He'll run the show.
He gets 2 whole games. He's not running the show, okay?
Oscar, how am I breathing your air? You're in your state, I'm in my state. How am I breathing your air? I am breathing my room's air. Oh, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate. Don't get harmed for my sake, though, please.
Nicole has like a hardness of 8, so it's all good.
Ah, I see. Well, then I won't worry so much. That sounds...
It's a good shield.
That sounds promising.
But not at this very moment,
But not
Oscar.
that quick!
Maybe she breathed your air from weeks ago. Who knows?
It's possible. Maybe I'm breathing your February air right now.
Yeah, months. Ooh, dang.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how fast air travels.
I have no idea. I mean, wind
Damn
travels
it, man.
pretty
I'm
fast.
an SLP, not a meteorologist.
Wind travels pretty fast.
It does.
You're taxing air? Don't be
All
Mr.
right,
Krabs.
We'll call it July then.
Don't be
July
Mr.
air.
Krabs. And Mr. Krabs.
Is the July air more expensive than the February air because it's hotter?
The July
Am
air
I
holds
paying
more
for my
water,
hotter
so there's
air?
more stuff in the hotter air. That's for certain.
I don't know why I've gone off on this air tangent. I think I'm just...
It's Oscar's fault. It's Oscar's fault. Blame Oscar.
He concussed me. Now I've lost my mind.
No.
10, 9,
Oh goodness.
8. You're almost there, Ori.
Gonna yell at me.
Always blaming because you're doing. Yell at Ori, everybody.
Or horn. All right.
Wow, that was a terrible horn. Sorry, I apologize.
That's my or horn. Hello, tape player. Nice to see
that
you.
That air horn sounds depressed.
Or horn. Boop. Beautiful. Or horn. Sleepy boy. I don't think
Aw.
there was Z's in here, but he's got the drool. It's there.
He deserves the rest.
This is
Especially
him.
after the
This is
hangout
him
episode
after
we put him
episode
through.
13. Yeah, this is him after entry 2, page 13, sleeping on Aster's shoulder. Alrighty.
Honk, shoot.
So we have Milano E6. Is there any other things people want? Because there's probably at least one more after this one.
Yes.
Probably about one more.
Claim
after
your
this
spot. Pop it in chat.
One. Claim your spot.
We can
Get
do
one more.
after this one.
So we get E6 Milano, and then we need one more. The air isn't diluted. It's more just different concentration. A1 Hotzen. Alright, that'll be the last one then.
Ended with Hotzen.
A1
I like how you guys think.
Hotzen. No, we did everybody but Aster. It's okay.
We'll get him next time. Aw, man. Well,
E6.
you know, now I feel better.
What?
Aster is the forgotten child between us and chat.
What do you mean? Why did you forget him?
We neglected him so long before fleshing out his backstory.
Oh, sometimes that's just how it works. It's not his fault. He has a lot of character. Just, you know, the backstory was different.
Oh, he has so much character now. Like, we fleshed everything out. It's all come together now. Oh
What
my
are you
God,
doing to the
Oscar.
air, Jim? What? Breathing it? I don't know if that's diluting it or not.
I don't know. I guess
Eat
the
the
dogs
nun?
really did not
They
like
don't
her
like
nun
nuns,
disguise.
I guess.
They really didn't like that. Oh, geez. I remember this one time. My mom has a blonde wig. I have no idea why she has it. She doesn't cosplay, she doesn't go to conventions, but she had a blonde wig in her
She
closet.
dressed up for Halloween? That's a thing normal people do.
No, it wasn't for that either.
Oh.
She
Ah,
just
okay,
had one.
Jim.
But it was when we were, I think I was maybe older elementary age, but my brother was younger. My mom puts on the blonde wig. Now my mom back then had brunette hair. So when she put it on, she looked very different. She came downstairs and not only freaked out my brother, but also freaked out the cat. My poor brother went under the dining room table, would not come near my mom at all. Even when she was like, no, it's me, I promise. He was like, nope, you don't look like her, therefore you are not her.
My
And
favorite
even our
thing.
cat was like, yep, nope, I don't recognize that stranger, get out.
Cookies.
Look at the baked cookies.
My favorite thing was my dad has a brother. They look related. I wouldn't say they look identical in any way, but they're definitely similar. And my dad always wears glasses, never wears contacts, where my uncle sometimes wears contacts, sometimes wears glasses. They both have dark hair, they're both, on the bigger side. My dad's taller significantly, but, they're definitely similarities. When my cousin to my uncle was first born, Uncle Cammy they didn't, when they were very young, they didn't know, they were very confused about my father because they just didn't understand. It's like, wait, is this dad? I can't tell. Very sad, very just skittish around my dad versus fine with me, my mom, everybody else, but very skittish around my dad because we just think that they couldn't comprehend this person that looked kind of similar to their father, but not really, and so very funny. Very funny times. But I don't think they look that similar, so I don't know. Oh, no, actually, makes sense. Yeah, one of the four mirrors. Well, it actually makes sense, I think, because it turned out that they needed glasses at a very young age. So maybe it was just the glasses thing. I never actually thought about that until just now. So maybe it was just the glasses thing. They were so similar that with the poor vision, you just couldn't do it. Alrighty. I made Milano very fluffy here. Oh, shaved his beard? My dad once grew his beard for No Shave November. And then he shaved it off in funny ways. So he took funny pictures with he had the Tony Stark goatee, and then he had just this little pencil mustache, and he made he did essentially cosplay, but for a a guy his age. Is he a boomer? I don't think he's a boomer technically. I actually don't know. I think he's a Gen X.
Be Gen X, yeah.
Who knows?
How do you call someone who can't grow a lot of hair? Not bald.
Balding? Thin? They have thin hair?
Thinning? Struggling?
He'd be a boomer? I think so. I think he's at the edge. I think he's at the end of
at
boomer.
That weird year where you can't really tell.
Depressed. No.
Oh no.
Well, it's like Dylan and us are in that weird year, but you have to think about it in like event ways. And Dylan remembers 9/11 where I don't. So it technically makes us in different generations. It's a very weird thing. Zennials,
Zennials, yes. Can we coin that, please?
It is. It exists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, the more you know.
Microgens is what they're called. But it's where I can relate to people like, you know, like the Starfish Face, who I'm pretty sure is definitely a millennial, but not fully, you know, because I wasn't old enough yet to be on like Gaia Online and MySpace and shit like that, you know, like I was never there. But I am old enough to like remember young YouTube, you know, so it's like a very weird sort of level of stuff.
Young YouTube.
Well, that's what I was remembering. I was remembering watching YouTube videos, watching like watching shows on YouTube because they didn't really like everybody like uploaded them onto YouTube and they didn't really have copyright
yes,
good
before
yet.
Copyright forced us to take them all down.
So I remember watching Fairy Tale on YouTube. That's how I saw Fairy Tale.
Oh, you just dated yourself and Dylan significantly.
Oh,
Whoopsies.
I'm surprised you feel that way.
We have dated ourselves so often on here.
John and Jim's new to here.
I'm surprised me talking about VHS tapes earlier didn't date myself.
Yeah, exactly, Nicole. It's definitely that like line. And Jim, you know, I have a lot of similar experiences to you too, so don't.
No boxes for us.
It's honestly dating you a little bit too. I'm just gonna say you're getting up in years. What am I doing? How is this going? We got time.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's definitely wild sitting in this like weird middle place. Because then apparently there are Gen Zers that are like, I didn't know that like landlines and like cassette tapes existed. And then it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How are you Gen Z? Like, that makes no sense. Like,
that doesn't check out.
All that says to me is that their parents never showed them anything from their era. Right? Because I feel like a lot of my cassette and like, you know, VHS and Laserdisc stuff specifically
Definitely
comes from my
came
dad.
My parents.
My dad, like, hanging up on it. And, yeah, no, 100%, Nicole. Fist bump. But it came from, like, my dad. Like, Dylan knows a lot of older music because that's what his father liked. It's not because he was listening to that on the radio in any sort of way. It's because that's what his dad listened to. And so I feel like it's a very weird sort of line where it's like, about the daddy issues of Gen Z. I mean, yeah. Yeah, floppy disks. See, I know about floppy disks because my father told me about them. I never was in a position to use a floppy disk, though. You know, like, I was never of an age where I needed or had the brain capacity to use a floppy disk. Yeah, I still have a house phone. Like, I never not... Honestly, it was only in maybe the past 5 years that I actually felt like I didn't need a house phone. You know, up until maybe, like, I went away to college, and even at the beginning of college, it was like, man, I really wish I had a house phone. Because I don't... At that point in my life, I didn't keep my cell phone, like, near me at all times, because I hadn't had a need to yet. College obviously changed that, because then now I don't have a house phone, so I need to keep the phone. But I remember I called my friends on their landline. I remember their landline phone. My best friend in high school, I never learned his cell phone. Never knew his cell phone. Couldn't tell you. I knew his house phone number, and I called it all the time. Dylan, though, I never knew his house phone. I do know his cell phone. He has moved since, and he has no landline, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah. Yeah, I never used a floppy disk. I used cassette tapes, though. I never made a cassette, like, I never, you know, did, like, a mixtape or something. Like, I never made a cassette tape, but I did use them. We had a car that had solely a tape player. There you go, name drop, tape player.
My car still has a tape player.
So...
It's definitely a relic. But it's kind of nice to have.
We still have Laserdisc. That's one of my favorite things, Laserdisc. I watched Star Wars Episode 4 and The Lion King on Laserdisc. Those are very vivid. It was so fun to me to like change the sides, to like have to flip it. When I was, so my family drives to North Carolina. My grandmother lives in North Carolina. That's a 12-hour drive from us. And so what did I do? I watched movies. And the very beginning memories I have of being in this car and watching movies involved an actual physical television, like the box, like diode catheter televisions, you know, like with the tubes and everything. And it sat between the front seats facing me, and I had a tape player, and we hooked it up to the car, and it ate my VHS of Jungle Book, and I will forever remember that. It ate it. And then after that, my father ended up getting like the little DVD players. And now this first portable DVD player was so old that it wouldn't play my copy of Mulan because it was so weird in that like transitional, it like the new DVDs like didn't work. So some of my DVDs like stopped work, like couldn't be played in this really old DVD player. And then we got a new one. And then we have there were 3 total. Because the first 2 were ones that had little batteries, but you could also plug them into the car. And then they were like little laptops, so they didn't hook up onto anything. And then we got a pair that you could strap to the back of the car seat. Those are the last ones we had. And I threw up watching one of those. Because it turns out I developed car sickness, and I complained to my mom, and mom was like, all right, here, like you complained on the trip down, here is like nausea medicine. I was like, cool, great. And it was like an orange chewable one, and I lost my train of thought. It was an orange chewable one. And instead of waiting for it to work, I just went right back to watching the movie because I was like 12 or something. Like I didn't know what was going on. And then the nausea overcame me, and I managed to roll down the window and throw up out the window, but I threw up. We were in the left lane, lucky. And I was on the right side of the car, so I threw up like into and my father, like, he'll like, I wonder how many other people we made throw up because you threw up out the window.
Wait, were you guys in?
We were in the leftmost lane, and I threw up to the right.
Oh,
so all the cars were to the right of us. No, exactly. 100% tape player. I'm very proud of myself. I felt that bile come up, and I was like, nope, I know what to do. And I succeeded. I was very proud because we didn't have to sit, 12 hours in a vomit car. That was good. It was like something. That is a plus because it is something he's. Every time I bring up that story, he mentions that part. He's like, I wonder how many other people started retching driving as they saw me throw up out the window. Oh, my dad.
Man, you poor thing.
Yeah, that's the only time I remember throwing up in the car. My parents claim I did it one time before that when I was much younger. I have no recollection of this. I have never thrown up in a car since.
Oh, well then.
Like, that's the only time that my car sickness actually got to a point where I was like that nauseous. Usually it's just like unease. Like I feel bad, I feel gross, I don't like this, but I'm not like, oh god, I'm gonna hurl. Oh no.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know, motion sickness gets me. It's very sad. However, boats, zero issue on boats. Zero issue on boats.
See, motion
you can't even play
sickness
Minecraft.
used to get me
Ooh, I'm not that bad,
real
Nicole.
bad.
That's sad. I'm sorry for you. I'm definitely not that bad. I like spinny rides and I like simulator rides. I don't really have a problem with those. I have a problem with cars. Specifically, cars are the worst. And it's so bad that I can make myself car sick while driving, which is not a normal thing you can do.
Nicole, you're actually very much like my mom because she cannot stand that first person
Feel asleep?
perspective where the camera just jerks all over the place. It makes her feel so ill when she watches it.
Yeah, I'm fine with Minecraft. I probably couldn't play VR games. I probably couldn't play VR games. Those would probably give me a problem.
We'll remind you, Jim. We'll remind you.
Oh, like I said, Jim, I haven't thrown up since. We're fine. If you mean the
Take
driving
your wins
thing,
where you
the
can.
only time I've made myself carsick while driving was I used to be an arborist, and there was a lot of the houses I went to were very rich people houses, so they had super long driveways, and I was supposed to look at the trees along the driveway, and it was like cold or rainy or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was weather that wasn't the best, and I had a sunroof. So I thought to myself, I can drive up this driveway really slowly, like looking at all the trees through my windows and the sunroof. And that's how I made myself carsick doing that. I made myself carsick doing that. I didn't throw up, I just felt bad. Again, the one time I've thrown up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nicole. And, you know, it makes Ace Attorney the perfect game for you, and I'm here for it. But I've never thrown up on like a carnival ride. I love like the spinny carnival rides the most. I love the carnival rides that make you go upside down. Honestly, it's just cars, and it's like, you know, it's worsened if I'm hungry or like I haven't eaten anything good. Like if I just had chocolate and that's all I've eaten, like that'll heighten it. Also, my father driving makes it worse than my mother driving.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not gonna say anything. He's just jerky about it, like stopping kind of short. One
Yeah.
time I did this sort of thing where I helped our community band do practices and set up, and they paid for essentially my band camp for marching band, and it was really fun. It was a nice summer job. And at one point, we had to go over to a different location after being at one location. I couldn't drive. I was too young. I didn't have a car. But one of the people there did. So he drove us all over. He drove us all over to the other place. And, you know, he was still a high schooler, so he was relatively new to driving as well. And oh my god, I will never forget how nauseous I got in that car, because the stops were just the stop and start, the jackrabbiting, that I was dying. I was dying so bad. And I was so thankful that we got in the car to go back, not with him, but with the director, an adult who knew how to drive. And I was like, yes, I can survive the ride home. Oh my god. Pain. Saying he's just goofy like that, this is just his normal driving, Jim, but I will say he definitely does the like swerve the car, you know, and like sort of swerve the car around and do whatever. So that's that whole thing. Normal driving, Tokyo drifting. It's just like you don't realize how sensitive the brake pedal is, and you stop so fast, and it's just like, no. Pain. Or you take curves too hard. Just thinking about it. Airplanes, I don't have a problem unless my ears don't clear. That really screws me up if my ears don't clear. But if they do, no issues. Trains, no issues. Buses, if I'm on like a bus tour and they're telling me to look around, that'll make me nauseous. Maybe when you were very young, but I can't think of one specifically. I think I've driven with you guys in your car more than you've driven in our car. All right. That was 6 Milano. Look how sleepy he is.
Aww.
Sweepy boy. And finally we have A1 Hotson. little goof face. Some of them are really touchy tape players. Some of them are super touchy. You can't drive, Oscar? It's okay. Mars only started driving recently. Dylan drove late as well.
About like a year ago, I started driving consistently because I had no choice. I had to learn.
Yes. Forced by the layout of suburbia.
Indeed. Can't get anywhere without a car around here.
Yep.
Except Ori's house. I can walk to that.
And the little supermarket. And if you tried
The
really
little
hard, the big supermarket.
and the library. I think the furthest I have walked is probably there's a vet clinic a little
Really?
further down the road from us. Yes, I walked that far.
Oh my god! Dang! I believe it's the
Your fucking reaction! My god! And that was for a job interview too.
Damn.
So I walked in heels
Damn.
like an idiot.
Damn. Pain. You bring me pain. Jesus. Your Cinet is so cute, Nicole. I just saw it.
Oh, I gotta see this.
That's what I wanted to ask, guys. So we have done all the crew now. I have gone through all the crew. We've done every one of the crew. Is there other things you would like to replace this little art night comic corner thing? Do you want me to do, like, lessons? Do you guys have, like, questions about stuff you want to ask? Are there things you want to see how I draw? Character design stuff. The other thing I was thinking is that we could make collars together, which are the species that most of the Outcast characters are, based on animals. I sort of have a list of animals that I need for background characters, so it would be sort of a way to...
It's a big list, you guys.
We're not going to get all of them, but there is a lot of them.
I looked at it. It was a long list. Which is good news.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people just have guns, and a lot of people use garages as porches. Oh, I
see you joined the Discord, Jim. Welcome.
Because they're covered.
Oh
and
my
so,
gosh.
open, I guess, too. It's a very city thing to do that.
Nicole, your drawing of Cinet is so good.
So pure.
I also love that you wrote Baby Shark on his collar. That's just adorable.
What's that meme? It's like, I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
That's Cinet.
Yeah.
So not all Walmarts are like that, though, Oscar. Southern Walmarts do have gun section.
Oh, Southern Walmarts
Northern
are another
Walmarts
friggin' beast.
don't have gun section. You'd love a chat collab color design stream? Okay, we might have to do that then. I finally, basically, so we're slowly getting to the point where we're going to port, which is honestly intimidating for me, but that means that there's a lot more background characters now, and a lot of them are gonna be callers. And I had, like, debated with myself for a while. I was like, do I want them to be, like, region specific, or do I just want to do, like, cool animals that I feel like? And I had this, like, epiphany moment where I had drawn, for those of you who don't know, there's another streamer that we like to associate with. His name is Kaz the DM, and he has a Discord server where they do, like, these sort of art night sort of challenges things, where they give like 3 emojis and a color palette, and you sort of just draw. It's usually like 20 minutes timer to get references and draw a little thing. And for this one, I drew this tiger Oni girl, which honestly I'm so happy. Like, I love it so much. And I was just like, okay, I
She
have to
looks so
have
good.
this girl, but not Oni, because, you know, that's a little too magical for the world of Outcast. But the tiger girl, at very least, as like an extra, a background extra. And so I was like, okay, so tiger, we're gonna base it off tiger, and now we're gonna see, like, it's like, okay, where are the tigers, right? Which species of tiger do I want her to be? And then where does that one live? And we picked, I say me, myself, and I. Mars had no input in it because, no, it's my art. And it doesn't matter to the story what they are.
I sadly wasn't around for this one either.
And, yeah, so I picked the Sumatran tiger, and thus, I looked up Sumatran wildlife, and oh my god, they're all great, and I love them, and they're fantastic, and I need to draw them all, so, yeah, that's where we are. Now I have to think about how I want to draw this face. I know he's cross-eyed. We'll fix it. Success. It's Sumatra after all, indeed. But, yeah. I picked it because it's, the Sumatran tiger is, like, the smallest tiger. And I just thought it worked for her design. She doesn't have a name. They'll probably all have names just because I like doing that. And it's fun. And I name them all after the taxonomic name. It's just very fun for me to do that. So, I'll probably think of names. It was also kind of inspired by when we made Brie Vendoux. It was like, that was fun to do. And so it's a nice way to do. He's not Oscar. Thank you. He's just looking up to the side like, I don't have anything to do with this. His smile
totally
face is gonna be
innocent here.
difficult.
Please don't look my way. I'm just an innocent bean.
It's just such a cute little fella. I've done it. I've peaked.
The little smile.
I've peaked. This is it.
You have. This is top tier. This has to be in the comics somewhere.
Well, if you write him being a little shit, I'll try him being a little shit.
He is being a little shit.
No, he's putting his foot in his mouth. There's a difference. He'll play some prank on Ferrix or something eventually, and he'll make this face.
Oh, I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. But then we also have to have a flashback where Child Hotson is doing it too.
Ooh, that would be perfect.
Because it's got to be consistent.
Child Hotson doing it would be perfect. Hmm? Oh, God.
I've done nothing.
Who? Me? Oh my goodness. I need more time in the world. There's so many little reels that I think are so great and so good. And I'm just like, ugh, but I can never. Not I can never, but like I really gotta carve out time for doing all this stuff. Like emojis. And honestly, the stuff that gets done, like, quote unquote, fast is when it's just like, nope, like I started doing it, I got into it, or something happened. Like this stream overlay literally solely happened because I was on Vixstraw's stream and I had to have a video call with my avatar. And I went, okay, so how do I want to do this? And I had remembered that I drew this whole scene with this chair and everything. And I was like, it's great. It looks great. And I'll show it off real quick because it's really nice. Oh, my chair's not in it.
Oh no!
There it is. Why is everything away? There it is. Hello. This was my background for my my video call. And honestly, looks really epic as hell. Very happy with it. Very cool stuff.
That is amazing.
And so after that, everyone in chat, everyone in Discord was like, it's so regal, it's so cool. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta do it. Oh no, the timer reset. We'll just finish the Hotsun, such is life. You couldn't resist? Oh no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This is sussy wussy,
What does that
Oscar.
mean?
I'm concerned. What did you do?
What have you done?
What have you done? Show me what you've got. And then, yeah, and then I, like, did a little test, and I showed it to Mars, and Mars was like, this is really cool. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have it done by Thursday, I guess, for us to use now. And then, see, this is the problem. And then my brain is like, ooh, now you have ideas for the Ace Attorney stream, don't you? And it's like, yeah, but that one takes a lot of work. I don't just have, like, the assets for it, so we ain't gonna do that. And I'm like, we're just gonna leave that one for now, at least.
Anyway, we went from standing to sitting. And we have nameplates.
Check refrigerator. Uh-oh.
What is happening?
No! Bad, Oscar. No! Dylan's gonna see this. This is bad. If Dylan sees this, we're doomed. Good night. Thanks for hanging out, Jim.
Night, Jim. Thanks for tuning in. Loved having ya.
That's bad, Oscar. No. And shouldn't that belong in the other channel? I think that belongs in a different channel, Oscar.
I think so.
Yeah, in the adult section one. There you go. You can put it in the adult section one.
Oh my god. Hotsun's been corrupted.
Yeah. It's not like they haven't been trying. And to think that... No! Oh no!
What are you doing?
He's just being a little gremlin. He's just being a little gremlin. Just let him gremlin in peace. Oh, I should do his hair stripies. I guess I should color the hair first and then do the stripies. That's how math works, right? Right.
I believe so.
I'm waiting in careful suspense for whatever Oscar's going to put in the chat.
Oh dear.
Oh goodness.
I am scared.
And more hair stuff. Ooh, this one has to do the double cross hatching, like this. Very beautiful. Ah, thank you for the offer, Nicole. It's more just like in my brain. I really want, like, I would have to draw like courtroom items, and I'd have to make new avatars the way I want to do it, because like angles and shit. And it's just like, it's not really feasible. And I like our avatars, and I really don't want to have to do them all over again. I also worry, because they are for like YouTube videos and stuff too, I really don't want to like make the video smaller. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take up much more space, because I don't want the YouTube videos to not have the amount of space. I like that it's mostly video. So, important to me too. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you. What is your element? Chaos? Your beard fits. Oh no. Well, at least they're honest with themselves. Look at Purple Hotson. You'd never think that his color is purple, but here we are. One day you'll see why his color is purple. Eventually. But not yet. Oh.
Not yet.
His hair stripies are... Mars, do you think his hair stripies are more or less complicated than Aster's?
Ooh. I think less complicated.
Yeah,
Just
I think so
because
too.
I have a lot of experience with them. I think it's a lot more work to get Aster's individual bangs looking good, so it doesn't look like just a random splotch in his hair.
That just made
Whereas
it
with
funnier,
Hotson, it's
Oscar.
like you do a line and you're kind of good to go.
Alrighty. There he is, the little shit. Puts foot in mouth constantly.
And now he's doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm, really. Yes, oh, there's the how to draw Cinet. Then we have crying Cinet. We have startled, shocked Milano. More startled, I think. Tired, sleepy Ferrex, sleepy Milano, and little shit Hotson. Show your
Perfect.
upgrade? No. They can if they're in the Discord, you can go to adult section if you're 18 or older, and you can see what Oscar did to Hotson. Poor child.
God.
Poor boy.
That sounds so ominous. I know exactly what you're referring to, but you're making it sound so
It
much
is
worse.
ominous. It is ominous. But with that, guys, we're gonna be heading off. Thank you all for hanging out. Tomorrow we have Drawing with Dragons. It is a PC Emoji Code Break. This one's really, really fun. If you ever wanted a commission
It's
from
such
me,
a good one.
this is the closest you're gonna get without channel points or money. That's what I said, Nicole. That's what I said. But, yeah. So you're definitely going to want to tune in for that tomorrow. It's really fun. It's a lot of fun sending emojis. And even if you don't have a TTRPG character, you can just send emojis and have a good time. I'll never know if you don't say, so it all works out that way.
That's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of it indeed. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. If not, make sure you have a nice weekend. And thanks for hanging out.
Yes.
Good night.
Hope to see you soon, guys. Have a good one.